Welcome back guys. In this video we are going to discuss about how to create a nice animated card just like this by using few transitions and keyframes, all those things. So we are using simple CSS, no external plugins, nothing at all. We can make it in a fraction of a minute. So watch this video till end and learn how to do it. So without wasting your time, let's get started. Okay then, so let me create a new CSS file and name it as animated card.css, and let me create a new file, animated card.html. Okay, so close this and close this. We don't need this anymore. And you need few images, so I'm already having few images over here, so you can download it and you can use it for your own purpose. So let me load it in the live server, bring it up to the live server. Now we have it, and let me bring it to side by side. Yep, here we go. So what we need to do, first of all, we need to bring up the basic HTML and let's give a title as animated card, and let's load up our CSS file dot slash CSS styles.css. Oh, not styles.css because it's animated. Okay, then we need to load the box icons, so you can use whatever icons you prefer. I prefer to use box icons, and I'm already having their description link, so I leave this description link in the description box. You can copy it from there if you want to use box icons. Okay, so after this, first what we need to do is first we need to create our main card. So let me name it as a game. Okay, that's a game, it's a main card. Then inside it we need the rank. What is the rank? If you have a look at it, we having, this is the overall main card, and inside it we having this rank, so that's for that rank. Then we need to bring up this front section, this overall front section, so front. And when I hover it, it's displaying this back information, so we need to bring up the back information, so for that back. And we having this nice background also, so for that we need to bring up the background. So these are the divisions which we needed. So inside this division, so first what we need, in the front division we having this card, and we having this name, and we having this views and streamer information. So inside this front, inside the front, as I said, we need to have image, and let's give a name, CSS name as a thumbnail. Okay, so we are going to load the thumbnail. Okay, so after this image, what we need, after this image we need the name. So h3, let's say name as a class, and you can give a game name over here or your card name, whatever you need. After this we need this status. So in the front section, after this thumbnail and all those things, we need to create the status. So stats, inside the stats we are going to have two sections, that's your views and that's your streamer sections. So let's say views, and inside these views we need to bring up the user icon. So for that I'm going to box icon and search for user. So I already opened it, copy it and paste it. Right after here, what we need, we need a paragraph which is showing that views. So paragraph, and we can type the number what we want, 538.9k or something. Okay, after this views division, right after this we need to create a streamer division which having the images. So dot streamers, inside the streamers we need to have image. So open the image and start 3. There we go. Okay, so let me format the document. Pretty, yes, that's good. Bring it up, bring it up. Okay, so we load these images and everything one by one. Now first of all we need to load the image over here, so dot slash image, and let's say I use 1, and over here dot slash image 1.png dot slash images 2.jpg dot slash images 3.jpg, and let's see how it looks. There we go. So far this is how it looks. Oh, don't worry, we'll fix it later. Our content, everything is loaded perfectly. We'll fix it now, then we'll come to our back section later. So first we need to load the font. So I need the font like what font we can use, let's say Poppins. Okay, so I'm using Poppins, and star, margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box. So this will remove all the unwanted margin space and around our body tag. So after this, what we need to do, we need to write the styles for our body tag. Before moving for the body tag, we'll make few changes over here. So whatever the image tag inside my page, it should use the maximum width 100%. Then all my h1 tag, h2 tag, h3 tag, paragraph tag, they should use the margin 0. Okay, then let's move for the body tag. Body tag we can say width as 100% and height as 100 viewport height, and the background color we can say hash 0D11112, like this color. Okay, after this what we need to do, we need to make it display flex. Okay, then justify the content in the center and align the items in the center. So now everything will be in the center location. That's why it's looking like this. Because of this image height we can't see anything. So let's fix that now. First what we need to do, we need to write the styles for our game. So main card, that means your main container. So dot game, that's going to use the position, a relative position. After this what you need to do, we need to write the styles for your this main image, that means the first image in the front section. So dot game dot friend, paste it, dot friend, and inside the friend class we having this thumbnail. So I'll copy that thumbnail, and this thumbnail it's going to use the like what to say, the width. We can fix the width as 15, not 15, we can say 12.5. okay, 12.5 eminent point. Actually, oh my god, I think I loaded a wrong image. Not, it should be Fortnite, because that's a game image, that's our main thing, right? So it should be it. I think it's hiding everything. So now let's fix that one. Now let's fix the streamers image, where it is streamers, copy the streamers. That's all, because that image it's taking entire space. So dot game dot friend dot streamers. So the streamers, what we need to do, we need to make the streamers as a display flex. They need to be straight line. Now we can see that our image is loaded and this entire image is in the same row. Let's fix the images which is inside the streamers. img tag, so we are now targeting these 3 images, okay, inside the streamer class, and that image we are fixing the width. So width to em, height to em. Now you can see we have every content is perfectly aligned in the center, and we having that images and everything. So after this what we need to do, let's make the border radius as 50%. Yeah, that's looking good. So after this we add some border effect for this. Let's say for 5 pixels solid hash f1 f1 f1. It looks like this, but we don't need 5 pixel. Actually we'll give 1 pixel. Now we have the nice shadow effect, and the text color, everything is looking odd, so we'll change the color. So in the body tag I'll give the color as #FFF. Now we can see that text very clear. Okay, so we finish the that overall changes for this. Now we can target each and every interior sections one by one. Okay, so let's go with this image now, because still this image is not looking perfect as we expected. So what we need to do, we need to reduce their border radius. So what is that? The thumbnail. This is border radius 0.5 eminent point. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so after this, what we need to do, we need to target this name. What is that? We're having the class name as name. Copy that name, and right after here, dot game dot friend and dot name. So this name is going to be like we need to add some margin space between here, so margin and 0.7 and 0, because I need only in the top and bottom, not in the left and right. So let's save the changes. I think this is more than enough. Okay, and I'm okay with this font size and everything, leave it as it is. Okay, but the style is not added because we never added the font family. So font family as Poppins sans serif. Now we have that font style, so that's looking good and perfect. So next, what we need to do, we need to write the styles for this one, the stats, where it is, stats over here. Copy the stats, and then that stats we need to write after the name. So dot game dot friend, and so write it in a perfect order. That's because we don't want to mess up the order, otherwise we every time you need to search the class where I written that particular class. So make it in order, so it's be easy to organize our code and for us to find the code for later purpose. So justify content space between. Now you can see they distribute the space between them easily and perfectly, and align the items in the center, so now they are in the center position. Next, we target this view sections, just like the same thing. So copy this views, and then dot views, and copy this and paste it before here. We don't want to write it again and again. Okay, so views, we can say the same thing. We can write the display flex, justify the content, not center, space between, and the align the items in the center. Now we have the board in the perfect line. Next, what we need to do, I need to target the icon which is inside that view sections. I'm just going to add some margin right for that. Let's say 10 pixels. Yeah, that's more than enough. If you wish to reduce it a little bit, I can go with 6 pixels. Yeah, now that looks nice. So 6 pixels, it's enough. Okay, so we fixed this now. Let's now again move on to the streamers sections. So I need to arrange it like a stack of images, not like this order. This is not looking good. If you have a look at it, see here, we're having that image is overlapping one another in a perfect way. So what we need to do, we need to target the streamers image one by one. Okay, so let's target this image. Okay, so I'm going to use the like inbuilt that element, so nth of type number 1, open it, and we need to target the same type of the tag child number 2. Okay, so the first one is going to be like we need to move it a little bit further in the forward direction, so I'm just using transform translate X. Okay, so I'm moving it 50% forward. Now see, you can see that image is over the second image 50%, half of the image. So I'll make it the Z index number 1. So this should be the top of every image. So Z index number 1. Do the same thing, transform translate X 25%. And now you can see that they are perfectly in that in a stack of image layers. Okay, so now we done overall. Now the front layer is completely done. Okay, so next what we can do, we'll finish the back wireframe, then we can go for it one by one. Okay, so back, what are the things we need to keep it in the back? If you have a look at it here, we having this the same name which is coming from front section, so we don't need to worry about it. And we having these two streaming sections, and we having this button, nice button, and we having this streamers informations over here. Okay, so let's create it. First, let's say we can see the overall container. It's just like it's going to be not like overall container. Okay, we'll create this one like dot streamer underscore info, streamer info. Inside the streamer info, we can say we are going to have that game status. So what we can, the easiest way to create them is, so dot streamer info, that's a division. Inside this division, we are going to create a paragraph tag. So p dot uh, game underscore stat. Okay, this paragraph should be repeated 2 times, so 2. So inside this paragraph, what I need to have, I need to have one span tag. Okay, inside this paragraph I need to have one span tag. Now you can see we had that overall division, and we have two different paragraphs. Inside this paragraph we having the span tag also. So inside this paragraph, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to type the number in 559k or something, and inside the span tag I'm just going to type watching. The same way over here, let's say 28.5k streaming inside the span tag. Okay, so if you're using this encoding, that may reduce your writing time of coding, but it's a little bit tough to understand for the first time. But if you're used to it, then it's really easy. Then after this, we need to create an anchor tag with the class name, let's say C4. Give hashtag, we are not going to give any specific link. So here, see more streamers. Okay, that's an anchor tag. Or you can use the button also, but I prefer to use anchor tag itself. And then after that, we need to give the streamer section. That means this streamer sections. See, this is the streamer section. We need to give the streamer section, and then let's say like dot streamers. So inside these streamers, we need to create 3 different streamers. Okay, inside that streamer we're having on image, name, and this thing. So the streamers is the overall main division. So inside the streamer we need to create dot streamer, and this division is going to repeat 3 times. So start 3, and you can see the preview over here. See, we created streamers, and inside this division we having 3 streamer division. After inside this, what we need to do, inside that we need to create one image, so img plus, and inside that after that image, what we need to do, we need to create a paragraph tag with a class name called name plus paragraph tag with a class name called number. So that will create 3 different divisions with image and 2 paragraphs inside that division. So we successfully created it. After this, let's load the image dot slash image 1.png, and let's say name gamer1, and give a paragraph like 34.5k, and we can give this image as dot slash 2.jpg and name gamer 2 36.2k, and for this we can give dot slash image 3.jpg and gamer 3, and you can give the number as how much we can give, 32.5k. Okay, fine, who cares. So save the changes, and now let's see how it's looking in our, oh my goodness, it's looking so awkward. Let's fix this in a while. Okay, So we loaded all the back informations and all those things. So that's all what we need to do. Now we need to strictly concentrate on our CSS. Okay, so far I just make this back. Okay, so dot game dot back, I'll make it display none so far. Okay, so first we'll finish that background. So when you're hovering it, you can see we're having this nice background, right? So we'll fix that background, then we'll come over here. Okay, and we need to finish this rank also. Okay, so let's complete that rank first, then we can move on to that. Where is the rank? Yeah, here it is. Let's give a rank number 3. Okay, so I need to write these styles for that rank. We're having the rank over here, and we'll go to the top. Okay, after this, because that's the first section, right? So game dot rank. Is there any spelling mistake? No, rank. Open it. So rank, we need to use that should be an absolute position, then only we can move it wherever we want. So absolute, now it's in the top of this image, so we need to bring it in the right side. It should be always in the top, so top 0, and it should be in the, from the right side it should move one eminent point. I think so, that's enough, I think, or 1.5. okay, let's go with 1, and let's give background RGBA 0.6 or 5. Let's see. We need to add some padding effect, then it will looks perfect. So let's add some padding effect, padding little bit. So padding 0.5 am from the top and 0.5 am and 0.75 am. Okay, so this is left and right, and this is top and bottom. We have this nice background color over there. So I think I can go with 6. I can increase a little bit, so 6.5. yeah, I'm okay with this 6.5. that looks perfect. So after this, what we need to do, we can I need to have this nice curve. See here, we're having this like a ribbon shape effect. So what we need to do, I'm just going to open the clip path maker, this one, and here we can find this different shapes. So I'll choose this one. Okay, so make it full screen, and that one also, and this one. So we don't need this, so delete it. I'll move this point to the center, so make sure that is in the 50%, that means it's in the center, so we can track it easily, and move it up 75%. So it should be 75 and it should be in 50 and 75. Either you can adjust it here, or you can copy and paste it. After, you can type it from here also. So but while you're typing here, make sure you're typing it in a perfect place, otherwise it will not come how you wanted it. So once I save this, you can see we have that nice effect over there. And let's have some font size. So font size, I can say 1.15 am, that's good. And font weight, I can say bold. Good, that's looking perfect. After this, what we need to do, we need to write the styles for our background. That means this background, this, when I hovering it, it's showing some background, right? For that we need to write that style. So I don't need this, so I can't move it. Okay, so let me close it. So now let's go to and copy this background class and scroll down. After this, let's say background division. Okay, so dot game, inside the game we're having the background. For this background we are writing the styles now. Okay, so background, it should be absolute position, so position absolute, so it's taking the game as its parent element. So when you make it absolute, it will be targeting your entire card. And then after this, I'll give the background color #234. okay, I'm not going to give a specific width and height. I'm going to use the position top, right, left, and bottom, all the positions are 0, so that will bring up this nice background. Okay, so then what we need to do, we need to bring it up, move this layer one layer behind. Now we can see it's having this nice background effects and all those things. Okay, so after this what we need to do is I just add some transform. So transform scale, let's say 0.2, we can see it. So come on, then 0.9. now we can see we're having this nice transition effect, transform scale. Because why I transform, because when I hover it I need to see it, unless or until I don't want to see it. Okay, then after this what we need to do is let's write that hover effect. So game hover, and that means when the main class hovered, this background should be transform. It should be transformed at the scale level of, let's say, 1.5. see, we're having this nice transform effect, but I don't think so. I don't want this much big, so I'll make it 1.5 in 4 and comma 1.2. Here we go. So in y-axis we're having 1.4 and in x-axis we're having 1.2. Here we go. So let's have it, because it's instantly going, and we reduce this border effect. Let's say I'll reduce the border radius to 0.5 am. So now we have this nice border effect, and after that initially I'll make the opacity to 0, so I don't want to see it. In the same way, when I hover it I need to bring that opacity completely. Okay, so let's add some transition effect. So transition, overall the transition, let's say 200 and 250 milliseconds. Here we go, we have that. So it's opening up good, but let's make it a little bit more. So when that for the transform it should use 250 milliseconds and ease in out. In the same way I'm going to, for opacity 150 milliseconds, so we can go with 100 milliseconds and linear, and here we go, we have this, but still it's not looking perfect, it's not that much smooth. So for that, instead of using ease in out, we are going to use the cubic bezier, and this is like trial and error, you need to adjust it. So I'm using the exact value what I prepared, so 1, 0.81 and 1. Okay, now we can see it's much smoother than before. Okay, so how you can use this cubic bezier is, you can use the cubic, if you search for cubic bezier, and you can see their official website. Over there you can adjust their smooth level and all those things how you wanted it. Okay, so if you you can copy their code which is generated over here and then paste it over there. Okay, so that will create this nice effect. After this what we need to do, okay, so when I'm hovering it, now the background is appearing. So in the same way I need to move this a little bit higher. So after this dot game hover dot friend, let's move that a little bit higher. So transform translate y, and let's say -50%. Oops, that's too high, so let's make it 30%. Okay, I'm okay with this. Okay, so now it's looking good, but what I need to do is, I don't want, if you see here, when we are hovering it, they remove the stats completely, so we need to remove that stats. So what we need to do, copy this hover dot friend dot stats, opacity 0. 0. Now you can see we don't have that stats anymore. When we hover it, it's removed completely. Okay, let's target this name. I need to bring this name to the center. See, when I'm hovering it, it's coming to the center. So what I need to do, I need to bring this to center. For that, I'm going to create some fade in and fade out animation just by using the keyframes, normal keyframes. So let's say game name, open it, and on 0th percentage, okay, on the 0th percentage, the text is going to be in the left side only. So text align left, and its opacity it's also going to be 1. But in the 25th percentage of that animation, still that the text is going to be in the left side only. Text align in the left, but the opacity now it's going to be 0. In the same way, 50th percentage, the text is now going to move it in the text align in the center, and the opacity it's going to be still remains 0. After here, 100th percentage, you can say text align center, and the opacity it's going to be 1. You can play around with these opacities and all those things. Nothing will happen because we are not using this animation for our name. Where it is our name, front name over here, you need to add it over here. So animation name, what is the name over here, and the animation for this, what we need to do, how many seconds we need to give, we need to give 150, or what is the thing we can give? No, I don't need to add it here. I need only when I'm hovering it, I need to bring that animation. So what I can do is, after this, hover dot name, when I'm hovering it, I can add that animation name. Animation, paste it. Oops, what's that animation name? Game name, paste it. And this going to be 250 milliseconds, and it should move in a forward direction, because once it's loaded, it will locks in the 100th position. It will not return back. So now you can see it's having that nice fade in and fade out effect. So if you add some transitions and all those things, it will work perfectly. Okay, let's say I think I'm okay with that fade in and fade out effect. It's not that much bad, it's good. Okay, so what I need to do is I just need to increase its font size a little bit. So how can I increase it? So I'll just add it over here. So transform scale 1 point, let's say 1.3, and do the same thing over here. Oh, that's good. At 1.2 it looks too big. 2. Yep, I'm okay with this. Now it's looking good. Okay, so we removed the stats and we removed all these things, but the problem is now you can see when you're moving it up, you can see you can't see that rank. So I need to move that rank a little bit over here. Okay, so for that, what you need to do is you just need to push that rank a little bit further in the right side so that you can easily adjust it. Okay, let me reduce its size. So it's still in the same size, so let me reduce its size. Where we can reduce it in the front, here, over here, I'll just reduce the scale also. Scale, let's say 0.08. Now that's looking good, not bad. Okay, but see, again the sizes get reduced, so we'll increase it over here. 4. It's perfect. Okay, now let's bring up this rank at the corner. In the same way, copy this, after here, paste it, dot rank. Okay, the same way, transform, translate, and let's say in x-axis we'll move it 100% forward, and we need to bring it up, so minus 150%. Let's see. Still we can't see it, so we'll move it a little bit further. 150. Still no. What we can do, we can give the percentage level as 100. Oh, it's not coming. Translate. Come on. Oh, I'm sorry, because the spelling mistake here, that's why it's not working. Now you can see that. See, my bad, because of the spelling mistake it's not coming. I thought it's not working. Okay, so let me add some background color so that I can see whether it's merged perfectly or not. It's still at the top, so let's bring it a little bit lower. 80, still it's in the top a little bit. How about 75? I think 75 it's perfect. Okay, so 75 it's perfect, and I don't want this one anymore. Now we can see when you move it, it's perfectly moving there. If you add some transitions, so I'll just copy the same transitions from here, copy it and paste it. Now you have that nice transition effect for that rank also. So we done perfectly with the rank. Now we just need to bring up our back section. Where it is, here it is. So let's make it opacity 1. Oops, that's really bad. So what we need to do, okay, so let's fix that one now. Before fixing that back, what we can do, where these images are coming from, these images are coming from streamers, streamer image. We'll fix that one. So copy this streamers. Where is the back style? Bring it completely to the bottom so we can keep it entirely over there. Okay, so here now let's go to copy that and dot game dot back, or not background, dot back dot streamers, then dot streamer. Inside this we having that image. So for this, what we can say, like we can give the width to em, height to em, and border radius, let's say 50%. How about this? Not bad, huh? Okay, so we need to, every time we can't hover it, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lock this hover effect, expand it, keep it separately, make it a little bit bigger so I can see them clearly. So I'm just going to enable the hover effect for the game. Now I can see them completely. So don't close your console, open it, then only it will keep it locked. Okay, so now we have this everything over here. Okay, so then what we can do, let make this streamers completely as a display. Copy this, and above here we need to make that streamers first. So I need to divide this into a column, 3 columns. Now we have that 3 columns over there, and do the same thing for your streamers info also for these 2. So after this, dot game dot back dot streamer info, we need to divide that column into 2. Now we are having the 2 columns for it. Okay, then what we need to do, we need to fix this back positions first. Okay, so that we can see this, the unwanted spacing and all those things, so we'll fix that one. Let's leave the opacity as 1 so far now, and we'll make this position as absolute. Now you can see that these guys are over here. So what we need to do, we just need to do what happened. Okay, close it. Okay, then bring it up bottom 0, left 0, and right 0. Now you can see that they are inside our content. Okay, what we need to do is let's say I'll make everything as a flex so that they display flex, not like this. So we need to change the flex direction as a column like this, and justify the content. We don't need this, we need to vertically align it, so align items in the center. Perfect. After this, what we need to do, we need to write the styles for our streamers info. We'll target this one now. So go to streamers info, copy this game stat. Where is it? Streamers info. And after this, so dot game dot back dot streamers info dot game stat. So font size, let's say 1.125. Yeah, bingo, perfect. Then keep the text align in the center. Okay, so I need to bring this span tag to the bottom, so copy it completely. Inside it we having that span tag, open it, and that span tag will say display block, take all the available spaces. So it should come to the bottom now. Why maybe a mistake. Yes, game, yes, now we can see that they are in the center. Text is in the center and we having it in the perfect place. Okay, so here display block, and we'll reduce the font size a little bit, 0.5 em. That looks too small, so 6.5. Yeah, that's perfect. 0.6, it's enough, not 6.5. That's okay for it. Okay, then what we need to do, we need to fix this. We'll fix this one, then we can go for it. Okay, so what is that? Streamers. Copy the streamers, and we already having that streamers over here, and we need to write the don't leave any mistake, guys, otherwise it will, while writing the CSS class, it will makes harder to find that mistakes. So streamers, inside the streamers we need to, what we need to do, we already divided the column as a 3, and what we need to do, streamers, we need to target the streamer first. So as we discussed, we open the streamer class and we'll make it as a display flex, that will bring it in everything as the same row. So what we need to do, we need to change the direction to as a column. Now again it will be, let's align the horizontally center and as well vertically center. Okay, so everything will be in the center positions. Okay, because of this name text size, it's going over there, so I'll copy this, and here we having, inside we having the tag called name for the name. So I'll open it, and font size, let's say 0.9 em. Still it's having that 8. I think 8 is perfect. And let me reduce the font weight bold. Okay, and then we need to target the number also. Copy this dot number, yeah, number. Copy that number and paste it, cross verify it. Okay, so for the number also I need to write the font size, let's say 0.6 em, 6.5. That's perfect. We need some gap, so we can add some gap for it. Gap 0.35 em, That's too much. 3, that's also 2. I think that's perfect. Let's say 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 is more than enough. Okay, so let's finish this now. Okay, where is that streamers info? We need to bring a line in between them. You can see we're having a line. Actually, we break it as a column, so there is one option. We can write a column rule. Column rule, it's going to be like 1 pixel solid, and our GPA colors 255, 255, 255, 0.5. Here we go. We have that nice options. And what we need to do, we need to adjust the space between them. It's too close. So for this back, we can add the space. Now you can see that they are having a space, some space between them. So we don't need to worry about that now anymore. Okay, so this is good, this is good, and we need to fix this anchor tag. Where are you? Here it is, CMO. It's inside the back. So where it is, after this streamers info stream, yeah, right after here. So dot game dot back dot CMO. Yes, streamers info CMO. Yes, perfectly. That's the perfect place for it. So for what we can do, first we need to remove that text decoration, that underline text decoration none. So we removed that text decoration now, and we can say I'll remove the border for it. Anyway, there is no border, but when I'm adding border, I used to remove the border first. So then padding 0.5 em in y-axis and 1.5 em in x-axis. It looks bigger, so don't worry. So background color, so background we can say hash 0004FF like this, and let's bring up the color hash white, and font size you can say 0.8 em, perfect. And font weight we can say bold, and let's reduce the border radius 100 view width. Now we have that perfect thing. Okay, so if you want to change the color, you can change it over here. I think I'm okay with this color now, 1D20F1. Okay, that's looking perfect, and everything is looking perfect. And let's see how it's running over. So let's release this hover effect now. Okay, but still it's showing. What is the problem is, we need to remove this opacity 0, and when I'm hovering that back event, so dot game dot back, that means dot hover, dot game hover dot back, we need to add that opacity 1. So now it will not shows that anymore. Now if you hover it, see, we have that nice transitions effects. Along with that, we made a perfect animated card. And then if you want to add some transition effects for your what we can say, instead of making it bottom, where it is, instead of making it bottom, let's say top, from the top 50%. I think we need to move it a little bit, 55. Yeah, that's perfect. So we'll make it initially 0% for the top, and when you're hovering it, we'll bring it up the top as 55%. So we'll add that transition effect for this one, where it is, copy this and add it over here. Instead of top, make it top. Transform, make it top. Okay, so here we go. We have the nice transition effects, the perfect animated card. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, and give a like and subscribe my channel. If you have any doubts, just leave the doubts in the comment box. I will reply you back, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.